Hello everyone and welcome to the third installment, I want to say. I'm sure it's the third. I've gone so far into this series I didn't realise that I was going to sit down and play Path as much as I have. So I think do I want to spoil it? Yeah, sure, why not? I think I'm in Act 7 going into 8, I believe. So I've got loads of footage that I need to get through and get uploaded and things. But I've literally just woke up and checked my YouTube, and the first thing I want to do in this video really is give a shout out to my very first subscriber, a gentleman called Elray. Super appreciative. I didn't expect any form of views or anything really for the first good few videos, so the fact that I've actually got a subscriber from it is amazing, so thank you very much, honestly. So, how has PoE been going? It's been good. Again, apologies if you hear me slurping in the background. I've literally just got up. I've got like half hour before I've got to leave to get to the old 9 to 5, so I figured I'd try and sort of cut together and whatnot another video, you know? So, anyway, Part 3, Act 3, I believe. Yes. So, yeah, I've done, I think, like I said, I'm in Act 8. I have played, like, a lot of PoE. A little bit of an addiction, maybe. Some people call it an addiction, I'm going to call it a hobby. And that's okay. As long as it doesn't interfere with, you know, actual life outside of videos, then I'll be fine. I'm dying a lot. I'm not even gonna... I don't really want to do slash deaths anymore because I know it's gonna be a silly high. I would be surprised if I end up clearing Act 10 with less than 150 deaths at this point. That's kind of what I'm figuring at the minute. Premiere Pro is just deciding to crap out on me. Such is Windows and programs and all of that good stuff. I may have to update my graphics drivers, that's probably an issue. For Christmas I actually, from my partner, I got a 6700 XT. The overclocked 12GB version, I want to say. I don't know if it comes standard as 12GB, but I know it's an overclocked version of it. I believe it's the MSI variant? Maybe? I can't remember. But I remember plugging it in and being like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Because the previous I went from a GTX 970 to a 6700 XT, so I was like, oh my god, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. And I plugged her in and realised my power supply wasn't big enough to run the card, so I was like, ah, no. No. So I had to purchase a fatter power supply, which I believe I've got a Corsair variant of like an 850 900 watt now. Previously, my old power supply was a OCZ 650? Yeah, OCZ 650. And that thing is bulletproof. It lasted literal years. Like, I think I had that power supply for 7 years. But then you don't really need much power when you're running a GTX 970, right? So, yeah. I have trouble with AMD. I don't know what it is. But I know a few years ago, I bought a 5700 XT. And I had to sell it later on for... I think that was to buy camera equipment. I can't remember. I'm sure it was camera equipment. But anyway. I remember having trouble with 5700 XT until I changed some setting in Windows. It wasn't something obvious. It was some arbitrary, strange setting that I had to go into like details and services for. But it wouldn't run properly until then. And now with the 6700 XT, when I load up a game, you'll probably see it in one of the videos, whether it be this one or one upcoming. where I've literally like logged on as I've restarted the computer, or started the computer, then sat down to play, and for the first like 30 seconds to a minute, the graphics card is like, nah, I'm good, and I just get like a slideshow for like a minute and a half until the graphics card actually ramps itself up. So I don't know. I consider myself pretty tech savvy. I did a college course years ago when I was a younger man, which was computer science. So I consider myself pretty switched on. Like I build computers and things. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what it was. But we're just gonna have to, I suppose, spray and pray, as it were. Nvidia, never an issue, I don't think. But I remember. Like, I never had an issue with the 970, and that's a very, very old card now, right? But it was the sort of choice between the 6700 XT and Nvidia, and I'm not super impressed with the Nvidia cards lately. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure like the 4090s and things are fantastic. And they're not, let's not beat around the bush. Nvidia isn't a bad company. Your two choices for graphics cards are basically AMD or Nvidia, right? There's literally nothing else. So, but I don't consider myself like loyal to a brand when it comes to stuff like that. My machine is basically an AMD machine, don't get me wrong, but that's due to budget. I would love to get an i9 and all that good stuff, but it's just not viable. Although, saying that, I do want to upgrade my CPU at some point. I just don't know when at the minute. And I don't know what I want to get. Because thinking about it, maybe the graphics card is being throttled by the CPU, so the CPU is struggling to keep up. I don't even know where I've got any. I'm really looking forward to when I can switch to Corrupting Fever, which I believe, going by the build guide, is once you beat Kitava in Act 10, I think you switch to it for maps. I would have liked to be able to switch to it a bit sooner in the acts, just to see how it would perform, get that sort of preview before I run it in maps. But the spectral throw is just dope. And I didn't realise, honestly, right, until Act 7, till I started Act 7, that I'd totally forgotten to be using volley. So I haven't used volley this whole time. I do believe that I bought a mace or something in the PoE trade Majibby for 1 chaos because I found a couple of it chaos through the... I also wasted some chaos because I didn't check the levels. And, like, I bought a sword, which is fine, but it's like level 75, so it's gonna be useless. Because I'm gonna be Corrupting Fever by then, which means I'm gonna have a wand, so yeah, there's that. I did do my first lab. I did the altar thing with the gems. You can transfigure the gems, and I got Cyclone of Tsume, is it? Which, at level 20, is a 2 divine gem. So that'll be a nice boost, or at least a kickstart to the build. If I can actually purchase the things that I should be purchasing and not brick in the build. So I'm hoping with those 2 divines that I can give the build a bit of breathing space and room to actually start performing well. As far as gear goes, in the max roll guide there does seem to be a sort of a recommendation, well, not a recommendation, a sort of strict gear recommendation, I suppose, where you need certain sockets and things. So I'll work on that now while I'm in Acts 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, I suppose, where I can get the sockets that I need to actually get the build going. I've leveled Crouching Fever Hidden Tiger. I've leveled Corrupting Fever to level 10, I believe, at the minute, or 9. So I'm hoping to get that obviously leveled up to 20 by the time I hit maps. I've forgotten to equip a few gems, which I've realised. Ancestral Protector, I think, is one that I've missed. So I've got to fix my gems. And I do have to level Life Tap. Either that or I'll just buy it at level 20, because I can't see Life Tap being expensive at level 20. Probably a few chaos, right? Especially this late on in the league. That's what I would assume anyway. So yeah, it's been an exciting few days. So hopefully, I am hoping that I can actually get the acts finished now within the next 2 days. When I get home from work tonight, I think I'll try and edit another video for Act 4 and get that published tomorrow, because hopefully this one will go out now today. So I've done basically a video a day. I think I missed a day. But I'm not sure that's something I'll be able to sustain, but I will, put the effort in and post as frequently as possible. And then hopefully on the weekend at some point, I may be able to stream a session. But obviously, if you're on my YouTube, I will let you know. So that would be cool if I could get, a couple of people maybe from the videos to come over and support the stream. And we can just have some chats, you can do some backseat gaming. I'm fine with all of that, that's good stuff. And yeah, it should be a good time. I'm hoping, and especially with the fact that my videos have got massive support at the minute, I'm hoping that I can actually build a community and we can all just have fun playing the game we enjoy, with graphics card issues and CPU issues aside. That would be cool. What else did I want to say? I think I've said everything, and I hate leaving these videos with like a shorter dialogue than the actual video, but I find myself doing it on every video, which kind of sucks. I need to become a better editor. Oh, that's something else I need to do as well. I've totally put the editing learning aside because I've been playing this so much. I do need to get back on that. I would love to be able to make high quality, engaging videos, something that I can look at and be like, wow, that's pretty sick. That would be awesome. I have got an idea in my head of if I did this again, well, when I do this again, I'll inevitably play this again, probably in the league start as well, where I want to make like a trailer per act. I think that would be sick. We have like the boahs and all that good stuff, right? So there's like the build up, and then I want like voice line dialogue things where it's like I thought this was gonna be easy, blah, 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 and I want it all intercut and like a trailer. This summer, Jirion is, that was just something corny and cheesy but fun, and I need to be able to do that. That would be awesome. So I don't know, maybe I'll pay for a course. Maybe that's the way forward, where I'll buy something specific to that sort of video production, I think that would be pretty sick. I've got a sniffly nose, oh my gosh. But beyond that, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of things to say and I really can't think of anything else. So with that being said, I do want to say thank you so much for the views and the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. You are amazing, honestly. And I will catch you all in Act 4. See you again, guys.